What's up guys, DiplexHeated here again. Welcome back to Men of War Assault Squad 2 and the outskirts of Buckingham Palace. We're here near the Victoria Memorial. We've got the mall running down the center. We went through all this yesterday in a massive 12-minute intro. It could have been its own specific individual video, but I baked it in with some good zombie action. This is gonna be more story-based, more mainstream, so to speak. We are continuing where we left off. The SAS and police reinforcements arrived. They've, looted all the ammo boxes and all the weapon crates and all the vehicles around here, and they've actually armed the previously unarmed civilians. So we're sort of removing the odd-looking civilian problem with them kind of just standing there, take me, eat me. You know, I don't know what kind of sound that was, but I was trying to like, yeah. Anyway, so without further ado, let's go ahead and click start. What's happened? Well, the zombies obviously broke through. They got through our quarantine zone. We're not going to be letting in any more civilians because there probably aren't any more survivors out there trying to make their way here now. It's all pretty much donezo and gonzo. As in done and gone. But we have established a new perimeter back here. We kind of defeated the horde with the reinforcements, and now we've established a new line here. But the zombies have been attacking us over the last couple of hours. Some have even brought down areas of the wall. So it's going to be a really cool kind of last stand. It's a huge one. It's probably going to be the biggest and longest and bloodiest zombie battle so far. But when we're done with this, we're going to take it to a 28 days later scenario. This is during the Exodus, or whatever you call it, like during the actual fighting. In 28 days later, which is a brilliant zombie movie, probably my favorite one. You see what happened 28 days after the virus. So this is the first week of the infection, and then we're gonna kind of like skip ahead of time and go to a much more post-apocalyptic London, so to speak, or outskirts of it. So that I am super excited for. We lost some of our dear defenders down here. They've been killed, but we have a very decent and big strong point up here. So they're gonna be holding back some of the zombies. Some just stopped in their tracks. Not really continuing. How's it looking over here? So the zombie waves are gonna get harder and harder the longer we survive. And in the end, the horde will be incredibly powerful. If we look around the map, we can tell that the helicopters have taken off with a lot of civilians and important personnel. The people here should not be expecting any air evac, so to speak, but there are trucks we can get in, but of course we have to survive the horde for the next minutes in order to escape alive. More zombies are coming in over here. So we've yes, got a lot of armed civilians here. We even have a 50 cal being used back there as well. There are zombies coming in from everywhere though. The Canada gates over here are stormed. People have abandoned this area. We just don't have enough manpower and weapons to cover the entire wall, so to speak. Like when you're evacuating, we're still bringing out a lot of armed personnel together with the civilians. So the more we evacuate, the weaker our defenses become. And we've come to that last part now where we're kind of thinly spread. But we're well organized. Everyone's got their position. Everyone's got their job. And they're covering the various holes and breaches. So let's focus over here for the next couple of minutes. I'm going to try and keep my camera movement steady. And, oh, they're getting close. So far, no one has been infected. Something I wanted to pay attention to is the way they hold the SPAS-12. They're holding it like a light machine gun or something with your left hand on the stock. And it looks a little funny. I'm going to admit that, but that's a cool looking gun. We've got a few of the heavier kinds moving in here, backed up by some faster zombies. There are 3 entries here. So on either side of the main gate that's been opened all this time, and yes, on either side of it, so the 2 holes in the walls here. And we can tell they've kind of like been flipping cars. Some have even tipped over containers. I suppose they jumped up here, you know, and then somehow pushed it down. They've been tipping over these barricades and it's cool. It looks like there's definitely been some carnage here. This does not look like a well-controlled situation like it did in the previous video, which was it was cool. I like that kind of starting off in a controlled environment and then moving on to total chaos. And we did it twice just to see if we could get a different result. But the humans did survive. You guys thought that was good. I suppose it is nice when the humans survive because it means, hey, we're gonna fight another day, and here we are, except this is just hours later. Also gonna try and not upload so late in the future. The videos that have gone up recently have been up in the middle of the night, and it's caused me to be very tired, and I not very tired because there's a reason why they go up in the middle of the night. It's because I've woken up like past dinner time. But yeah, and I've just had to keep my voice down a bit, which is, I think, it affected the overall viewing experience. But I think I'm back on track now. So looking back at the defenders, so far pretty good. We've only lost 2 people over here. They're gone. Since long ago, they were the first to fall. And we have zombies rushing across the open here. But for these guys to be successful, they need to first overthrow the defenders over here. That's what they have to do next. That's their next goal. And so far, I see no signs of that happening. These guys are holding it down well. We have a USP-45 here and an MP5. And they're just gunning them down. I think they're getting closer, but so far the horde is not strong enough. We'll see them get close like they have over here. They're basically touching the survivors over here, and I think soon we'll see them start tearing away at them. And as soon as these guys fall, it'll make it harder for the slightly stronger barricade over here on the right side. We have some SAS members with MP5 SDs. That is so cool. Gotta love that sound. It just cuts through all the other sounds. It's beautiful, really. It's gonna get really hot towards the end, so I think we're gonna be forced to retreat some of our guys over here. I'm gonna be in control of the survivors to give you kind of a dynamic experience, but the orders are as it stands. Hold the outer perimeter first, cover their backs from behind, and have established strong points that the zombies are gonna have a hard time taking, because they're dumb. So the zombies aren't gonna be too clever, so they're gonna attack them in a way that the humans can control, so to speak. We have a crashed Seahawk over here that we saw as well in the previous video. And hopefully now my intro and outro won't make me look like a Simpsons character. It's the chroma key and the green screen and all that stuff that made me look really yellow, and it just looks kind of off. And my suit and shirt is based off a real life picture, but my shirt on the inside was like super dark navy blue. It just looked really weird. But that's really just Sony Vega's fault. But someone pointed it out. Hey, you look like a fucking Simpson character. I'm like, oh, I do. You're right. Completely forgot what I actually look like in real life. Like, why are you yellow? And I was green the video before. I'm all kinds of colors. Oh, man. So the zombies have still not made a gap here yet, or broken through. We're still cutting them down. We're doing surprisingly well. That guy's just in between the zombies' legs. That's a death animation gone wrong, so it's hopefully something that can be fixed for the future so that they never just pause. Oh, he got close. They're getting closer. They're definitely getting closer. I'm seeing true progress here, and so the zombies on this side. They definitely are, and once they overrun one person, that's gonna decrease the firepower, and it's gonna aid the zombies in every kind of way. Oh boy, we're starting to get close here, but that 50 isn't gonna let anyone through at all. Not at all. And over here, looking pretty much the same. We're funneling them into this kind of thermopylae here, where they're cut down from all kinds of directions with weaponry all over the place. But we're easily distracted, so some zombies can take our attention away from where we need to be looking and focusing, and that is devastating. It really can be. Weapons facing the wrong way can mean the death of all of us. So, we're still holding. And so far, I feel like the zombie horde is pretty constant. I have no idea how many hundreds of zombies we've killed so far, but we'll probably work through the 9 million population of London in this pace in just a couple of hours. Actually, it would take us probably days to kill off an entire zombie population in this speed. Okay, so we've got a mix of zombies. We have stronger zombies and faster zombies. There's a few more faster zombies than there are the stronger ones, because I feel like the faster zombies are more action-packed. The slow one, not as fun to look at. And they're usually also better, and I don't want to overwhelm the humans too easily. So over on this side, it's getting a little tricky. We're getting pushed back almost. So I'm going to go ahead and grab these guys. And we're gonna kind of like run them back a tiny bit. Because the zombies are indeed getting too close for comfort. No one would want to hold alone up there by the gate. It just doesn't make any sense. And over here, well, we're still keeping them at a good distance. No one has breached through the gates here so far. So we're going to keep them like that. This might aid the humans a tiny bit. Zombie numbers are increasing. I feel like the stream of zombies is getting more and more dense now. We're seeing more zombies enter the field. Oh, things are getting hot over here, I can tell you that much. Yeah, they're getting closer now. And there goes the next person. I had to actually just take a small break there and to not just get bored of watching. I think I made the waves a little too long, so to speak. It took a little too long in between the different difficulty stages. But we've reached what I'd consider the final stage here, where the zombie hordes are much stronger and plentier, so to speak. There are way many more zombies flowing in now onto the map, and they're like storming the center. They're making way more progress now. We're about to see more people turn into zombies as they're killed by other zombies. The right side holding very firmly, but it's gonna get harder and harder. Oh, we're getting overrun over here, but we're not gonna hold. Or, I mean, we're not gonna retreat. These guys are gonna hold this right hole because it's crucial. If we let them through here, it's game over for everyone in the center. They will then be surrounded by the zombie hordes on both sides of them. And the one coming down the center that they're still currently struggling with. Only really civilians holding here, so they're doing a great job. But hey, isn't it better to fight another day than to die today? Honestly, they're still holding. Oh, he's turned. Yeah, let's pull these guys back. We're getting overrun here as well. So many zombies. This is absolutely insane. Dude, they're getting really close over here right now. The 50 is still holding them back, but they're starting to break down our defenders here. They're getting really close. That 50 is taking forever to reload. We're going to go ahead and abandon the gun. We wouldn't be able to hold that, and these guys aren't in top fighting condition. And their combat morale is not at the highest right now. We would have been overrun anyway, so better run back. Let's withdraw from our positions. Let's try and save as many lives as possible. They're just simply gonna break through, and there's not much we can do about it right now. The zombie horde has just increased drastically in numbers. We have another SAS soldier with his gas mask off to get increase his breathing capabilities. It's a very intense combat, so you'd want to be able to circulate good air into your body, keep the muscles awake. I suppose that gas mask makes it a little difficult. Imagine all the sweat in there, huh? Yummy. Alright, we're holding this like a huge formation with so many civilians and soldiers and even a few policemen further back, I think. Now, the policemen are holding the center square here, which is getting overrun. Screenshot time. Look at that. Oh, yes. I love that. I do like that a lot. Nice. Well, we're getting overrun over here, so pulling our soldiers back didn't do much. Now we're going to have to trust the soldiers we have over here. They're going to attract a lot of attention soon. But we're starting to lose the grip of this area. We're going to get outflanked. These guys are going to be locked off because the zombies are coming in from that edge. We need to retreat back, or we're going to risk being surrounded here. And we do not want to be surrounded over here. I can guarantee you that. That'll be instant death. So let's pull back some troops incrementally. in sort of sections and squads. I'm noticing FPS is starting to drop because the zombie hordes are just like overwhelming us right now. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of zombies on the map. Look at the line we're holding here, though. We saw these guys in action last time, and now they're gonna taste it again. This is a proper Thermopylae here as well. This is where we can really funnel them and do all the damage at once. We should have brought up more 50 cals, but there's more back there. They're getting way too close for comfort. I'm gonna try and act as human as possible. You know, these guys are frightening. We have soldiers, they're gonna hold more, but the civilians and like police personnel, they're gonna be more prone to retreating or pulling back. We're gonna have to eventually abandon this gun too. It might run out of ammo, or we're simply not gonna be able to get the reloads done in time. As soon as the zombies reach the outer area here of the barbed wire, then we can call it a quit. Honestly, I think it's about time we start withdrawing to the next line as well. We might leave the SAS behind, the glorious, daring SAS, and, well, not the entire regiment, of course, but the squadron that's been deployed here, and then retreat. Oh, we're gonna get overrun. We're not gonna get a reload in on that 50. Let's go, let's go, let's go. They are so close now. One's gonna stop to shoot and then run. He's gonna kill one zombie, saving his friend's life, and then he's gonna run back. So we've done something quite good here. We've actually stopped them from moving down the center. We've somehow distracted them, but they're all flowing through this area right now. This is just GG on this side, and the lag is turning to really work us down. Okay, guys, let's start extracting. We're gonna get all civilians. Do we even have any civilians here? No, these are all military personnel. We have a few businessmen, or what it seems to be. We'll take them. Someone's gonna have to manage our funds, I suppose. Not that they're any more valuable than any other citizen, just have them retreat at least. They do happen to be regular civilians. We've got a lot of civilians over here too. A doctor, he could be good to bring back. We might follow this gang as they, or gang, or I wouldn't call it a gang, but it's a nice mix of interesting, like it's an interesting band of survivors here. A big mix with all kinds of different employments. Let's get these guys back. Dude, there are so many zombies right now. This brave SAS soldier is going to rally his men to his side, and they're going to hold this so that the civilians can get away. I feel like that's some SAS kind of shit, you know what I mean? Some real SAS shit, man. So that's what they're going to do. Okay, but in order to do so, we also need to pull back the civilians they're trying to save by remaining behind them. So we're doing that right now. So many zombies are coming in. Look at that formation. Nice combat spread. Dude, they're going to be putting a lot of heat onto those zombies. We'll see if they can pull them or hold them back forever. They're getting closer over there as well. Okay, let's pull back our next batch of civilians. Get out of town. Onto the way, or highway, or whatever it is, and get out. Get out, get out, get out. You too, let's get this big group of survivors out of here. Look at them. Some have probably run out of ammo. We've got a mix here. Doctors and businessmen and construction workers, unemployed, students, you name it. All kinds. If we're going to rebuild London, we need every single person. It's like Noah's Ark, you know, we're just loading all kinds onto the ship so we can repopulate London with all kinds of people. Oh, we're still holding them here, but like I think my computer will die before this comes to a close. Look at the amount of zombies coming in now. This is just this is just unworldly. This just isn't sane. And I think, yes, but indeed, before my system does crash, let's get the next amount of, let's get the 50s off. Let's pull out. Let's have these guys fight another day. I think we've seen enough carnage, and my computer is like, Diplex, I'm getting proper fed up with this now. This is, that's about it. This is all I can take. We're being overrun here. RIP, they held back the huge horde on this side. And the final soldier, he's about to go down, reloading. But they saved so many lives by remaining there. And the last batch of soldiers is gonna get out. Leave, leave, leave. We're moving, let's go. Look, zombies are starting to come around the flank now, so that's not a good sign at all. We would have lost our flanks. And the zone is finally overrun by thousands of zombies. Man, I'm not even gonna dare to click. I'm gonna dare to do it quickly. So I reckon thousands. We're not gonna have time to sit by and count, but crazy numbers. I feel like this game is gonna crash any second. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys soon again. Ciao.